Sometimes this show is polarizing. Sometimes we have very opposing opinions on the things that I present, which is great. I love having conversations about things that are happening in the beauty space. But what I was not expecting was how polarized people were going to be about this Maybelline ad. I just kind of threw it in at the end as kind of a fun last story, but man, y'all had some opinions about whether this ad was real or not. Well, we have definitive evidence of whether it was real or not. We're going to be talking about that, and I'll show you all. It's actually a really fun story. Beyond that, we have a more serious story with Estee Lauder and a security breach, and it seems like the beauty space, like all the beauty news articles, are not really talking about what's happening behind the scenes. The cybersecurity community, though, has filled in the gaps for us, so I've put all of it together for you so we can get a picture of what's happening with Estee Lauder and that security breach. And then beyond that, when we get into the product report, we do have 3 different celebrity perfumes coming out. They are coming back. Celebrity perfumes used to be a huge thing. It looks like it's going to be a huge thing again. And some of the big players that were part of that celebrity perfume boom are releasing fragrances. If not already, they're releasing them very soon. So I've got all of that and so much more for you. Hang tight. We are jumping into it right now. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to What's Up in Makeup, where we talk about everything that is happening in the beauty space all in one place. And I am excited. It's a little bit more of a lighthearted episode, which we need sometimes. And this is one of those lighthearted stories about the Maybelline ad from last week. So in case you missed it, let me very quickly show you the ad, and you can tell me whether you think it is real or fake. It was about a 50-50 split in the comment section last week, with a few more people going toward that it was fake. Here are some of the responses. The most liked comment on the topic was from Ashley, and she said, "I think the Maybelline ad is fake just because there's only one video, but I still absolutely love it and think it's genius. If they were able to put some real ones up, it would go so viral." And some of you did agree with her, including this comment. "I feel like I'm too much of a Pixar fan to think that the Maybelline video is real. I've seen computer animation that acts just like that. Maybe a really good dupe, but my brain says it's a comp animation." But then quite a few of you, like I mentioned, did disagree. Here's one. This one says, "I think the Maybelline ad is real. It wouldn't take much to set that up." Second one, "Yes, the Maybelline ad was real. It was only up in the 2 locations for a day and was not a permanent ad." And then this comment, which I found fascinating. "Honestly, the bus train mascara thing probably is real. It actually might be cheaper to do it physically than digitally. There are probably a few dollars worth of plastic. Good digital artwork is not cheap, and you'd still need to get that faked video distributed and hope people pay attention. But a real life version at the bus or train stop is potentially seen by thousands a day and hard to ignore." I also got some interesting comments about the original source of the article that I had found in my research. It's a publication called the Evening Standard, and y'all couldn't even agree on whether that was a good source or not, which is fascinating to me. One person says the Evening Star is a B grade of the Daily Mail, while a few minutes earlier, another person said the Evening Standard is a proper newspaper, so the Maybelline thing is most likely real. But then there was this comment. There was a girl on TikTok who said she was on Maybelline's marketing team and told the story of working with a digital artist on that campaign. Not real, ha ha ha, or just ha ha. I found that TikTok. I'm going to play it for you. Allow me to introduce you to Lauren Chapman. She is the Senior Product Brand Manager at Maybelline New York and L'Oreal UK.
This ad is so good. I literally cannot stop watching it.
Okay, so I work in the marketing team in the UK for Maybelline, and I just thought I'd just share a bit of background about how this actually happened, because we had no idea this blow up so much. So essentially how it happened, was, I think it was about like 2 or 3 months ago, give or take. Me and my manager found this really cool video. My manager's Delphine, shout out to her. We found this really cool video on Instagram by this like CGI artist, and his name's Ian. I think his Instagram handle is Origiful, but I'll write it down so you can watch like his stuff. Anyway, we saw it and we're like, oh my god, it would be so cool if we do something like this, because we've just never done anything like this before. It's quite hard to do like really cool, weird things when you work for such a big brand, because there's so many hurdles you have to go through, like lots of approvals and stuff. So I don't know, we were like, let's just give it a go. And we had this idea of doing this like, is it real, is it fake type content. Like, we wanted people to genuinely think that Maybelline's actually managed to pull this off. And we knew we wanted it to be about our mascaras. So essentially, I think I reached out to him on Instagram, if I remember, and I asked him like if, you know, I gave him like a rough brief and asked if he'd want to do this, and yeah, and then he said yes. And then, I don't know, like fast forward a few months after a few back and forths, and he came down to London to shoot it. He's, oh my god, he's such a creative genius. Like, he came up with the idea of like putting lashes on transport, and I think he was really happy with it. We were really happy with it. And yeah, and then we posted it on TikTok on Thursday. Honestly, like I've seen it so many times that I feel like I'm almost desensitized to it. Like I was like, are people gonna like it? Are people gonna think it's weird? Like, I didn't know. I had no idea what people were gonna think, but luckily people loved it. And I just thought I'd make a video, because I feel like people assume with these big flashy brands that there's like a huge marketing team behind it, or we're just like these robots behind the scenes, but actually it's just a couple of normal people just wanting to do something fun. And yeah, I just thought it'd be nice to share like how these sort of things go down. But shout out to Delphine and shout out to Ian for making this happen, because it's incredible.
I went to the artist who created the ad. His name is Ian. It is a digital treasure trove of very cool animation. I'm going to play a little bit for you so you can get a little bit of a sampling. That includes this clip of what he calls the behind the scenes of the Maybelline ad. I mean, honestly, I thought that it was a great ad. I mean, it's nice to see these harmless, fun attempts at attention. It didn't hurt anybody. It was just entertaining, just pure entertainment for me. And I congratulate Lauren and all of the team over at Maybelline and L'Oreal, and of course Ian. Y'all, it created a great conversation, and I appreciate you so much. Y'all know beauty collaborations between cosmetic companies and non-makeup related brands is absolutely nothing new, but it seems to be becoming even more popular, if that is even possible. Let's talk about it. So Estee Lauder is teaming up with Manchester United in order to engage fans on their social platforms through what they're calling social storytelling. The theme is the, quote, benefits of recharging the skin, hoping to target mostly male Chinese followers with a reach of over 250 million in just that country alone. The star product that they're promoting is the Advanced Night Repair Serum that they say will help users, quote, wake up looking refreshed and ready to take on the day. Now, sticking with sports, we have a couple of things happening with the WNBA. Let's start off with Mael, who has signed a multi-year contract to become an official marketing partner and the official textured hair care partner of the league. The WNBA has a 2-day interactive festival called WNBA Live, and Mael will have an activation there that includes samples and a player meet and greet. And of course, they're going to be cross-promoting the WNBA players over on their social channels. Beyond that, the WNBA champions, the Los Angeles Sparks, are starting a partnership with Urban Decay. Now, what may this entail, you may ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. I kind of wish this collab was a little bit more involved. It's really just them doing the players' makeup for these headshots, and then the headshots are going to be promoted across social channels. They're also going to be on the Jumbotron in the arena, and along with that, at home games, there's going to be, the tunnel that the players run out of. It'll have a big Urban Decay logo on it. One thing that is cool, though, is that Urban Decay is supporting the Sparks charitable initiative. It is called the Cyber Smile Foundation to End Cyberbullying Through Kindness, Diversity, and Inclusion. Heading out of the world of sports, but still kind of playing a game, we have Beekman 1802 collaborating with Mrs. Potato Head. And it's funny because recently we talked about how I had never seen potato in a skincare product before. Apparently it's a thing because Beekman 1802's new product is the Peel and Play set, where you get a little Mrs. Potato Head and their new potato peel at home facial milk made with potato pulp. It totally gave me Happy Meal vibes, and I looked and I tried to find the set with the little Mrs. Potato Head and I could not find it, but I do plan to head over to my local Ulta because there are going to be end caps with a display of this product in 1,300 Ulta stores. I don't know why I am so excited about this collab. Maybe because Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head were a huge part of my childhood and that my mom would literally buy me a potato and then I would spend hours just sticking the little pieces in the potatoes. I mean, cheap fun. It was fun. I liked it. But now I'm into skincare, so it's like a colliding of two worlds. Along with the potato pulp, by the way, in the product, they say it's rich in vitamins B6 and C to boost brightness, but there's also goat milk, 15% glycolic acid, 5% lactic acid, and 5% lactobionic acid, which is a PHA exfoliator. It is a little bit pricey at $59, so I don't know, without the little Mrs. Potato Head, I don't know if I'm actually going to get it. How stupid is that? The little plastic toy is going to be like my deciding factor. So lame. I don't know. I don't understand myself sometimes. But anyway, the last collaboration I wanted to mention is really, really cool. It's Winky Lux partnering with beauty creators for Disability Pride Month. Creators Madison Lawson, Kelly Dworchak, Kaylee Darling, and Riley Fritz have each curated a collection of Winky Lux products. It doesn't look like they're available in a bundle, but they have like a profile and they have their favorite products underneath them. And they are now available for purchase with the bios all up on the Winky Lux website. So Natalie Mackey, who is the founder of Winky Lux, she said, "We're committed to building a more inclusive beauty industry where every individual can feel beautiful and confident. Join us as we dive deeper into the lives of our community, uncovering the sources of joy that radiate true beauty." And I thought that was really cool. That one, of course, is beauty related. I just realized it doesn't quite match, but it doesn't really fit anywhere else, so we'll throw that one in there as well. Overall, I do think that collabs are fun. They're an interesting way to look at a beauty brand in a new way. Of course, some of them, depending on the things that you're interested in, may be more interesting than other ones. But I found all of these fascinating, and I'm excited to see what beauty collaborations will pop up next. Despite rumors, I do not have a team that helps me with this show. I do it all by myself, except for I've got my lovely safety net of my What's Up in Makeup Facebook hunters. And one of the things that I notice every single week when I'm doing this research is that there's usually one or two stories that are repeated over and over again across beauty platforms, across these beauty news websites. And this week it was the Estee Lauder security breach. But what was super weird about this was that the beauty sites had a very limited story, maybe because they aren't marketing to people that are interested in cybersecurity, but because this may affect customers and employees of beauty brands, you would think that they would have included it, but they didn't. I had to reach into the cybersecurity world to kind of put this information together, and it's actually quite terrifying. Estee Lauder was the victim of a cyber attack. Estee Lauder admitted that, but they're not giving out any details as to what was attacked, how they were attacked. They're just really not saying much. But what we're learning in the cyber community is that it seems like they were attacked by what they call a Russian cyber gang called Klop. All of the articles from both the cyber community and the beauty community will be linked down below so you can peruse at your leisure. So this is what happened in a nutshell. There's this cyber gang, and they attacked hundreds of companies on May 31st, but they didn't attack the customer databases, they attacked the employee databases. There is a program called Zealous. It is a third-party payroll provider, and they exploited a backdoor in their Move It software that is used to transfer files. Hundreds of firms' employee data from companies like Boots, the BBC, and British Airways were apparently compromised, including names, addresses, bank details, and national insurance numbers. So on June 7th, Klopp sends out this email to the companies that they hacked, and they were like, hey, you need to get back to us through email within 1 week, or else we are going to release all of your data to the public. But this is the weird part, because Estee Lauder hasn't admitted that they were part of the Move It attack. Why we think that they probably were was because Klopp said publicly that they were on July 18th, which was just a few days ago. They named Estee Lauder companies on their dark web leak site following the company's, quote, non-occurrence of negotiations. Klopp claimed that they extracted 1.31 gigabytes of data from Estee Lauder and then mentioned customers, not employees, which I thought was weird, by stating the company doesn't care about its customers, it ignored their security. And this is where it gets even weirder. If it could get weirder, this is where it gets weirder. Later that same night, there was a second hacking group. They are called Black Cat. They also named Estee Lauder companies on their website and said that as of July 18th, they still had access to Estee Lauder's systems. They put out a cryptic message that said, Estee Lauder under the control of a family of billionaire heirs. Oh, what these eyes have seen. We will not say much for now, except that we have not encrypted their networks. Draw your own conclusions for now. Maybe their data was worth a lot more. And then they go on to mention their, quote, colleagues at Klopp, and that Estee Lauder was also hacked by them as well in those Move It attacks. But they made it clear that they are a completely separate group than the Klopp group. But like I said, Estee Lauder is not saying anything about what was affected, who was affected. They're just saying that when they found out they were affected, they started shutting stuff down, shutting off sections of their network so that the hackers wouldn't be able to get more information than they already had. As you know, Estee Lauder is a huge parent company of lots of huge makeup brands. So there's no way to know which brands were affected, which ones might have been spared. And we just don't know because Estee Lauder isn't sharing anything. And I don't know enough about this to know whether they should or shouldn't share anything, but it sounds like a freaking hot mess. This could affect so many people. So I'm very curious to see how this is going to shake out. And hopefully everything will be fine, but there's no way to know at this point. Of course, I will always keep you updated if I hear anything more. All right, my friends, let us head into the product report. As always, any links down below may be affiliate links, and I may earn a small commission if you click on that link and purchase anything based on the show today. So with that being said, let's talk about these perfumes that are going to be launching, starting off with Beyonce, who has this really cool marketing technique for her upcoming perfume. This is her first perfume release since 2017 when she launched Shimmering Heat. It is exclusive to the US and Canada. Right now, I don't know if it has a name or not. There's a couple of potential names floating around, like it might be called just First Access, or that could just be the label on the website. News outlets are calling it Act 1 Renaissance. I guess we'll find out when it does officially launch in November. Right now, you can go over and pre-order it. I do have a link down below in case you would like to go over and check it out, but it is really expensive compared to her other perfumes. It is $160, but with shipping and taxes, for me, it came out to like $187. It's very, very pricey. What we do know are the notes. So top notes of clementine and golden honey, heart notes of rose absolute and jasmine sambuc. Hopefully I said that correctly. And base notes of Nambian myrrh and golden amber. It's said to have been crafted and designed signed by Beyonce, of course, and will be shipped with a special gift while supplies last. Side note, these are my very, very old Beyonce perfumes. I have to be honest, I haven't used these in years and they probably smell awful at this point because they are so freaking old. Besides that fun fact that I do have 2 Beyonce perfumes, there's also a fun fact from Nylon magazine. I thought this was really cool. Beyonce's first perfume, Heat, is the best-selling celebrity fragrance of all time, selling $400 million just in the range of 2010 to 2013. I did not know that, but I am honestly not surprised. The only person that I think that might have beaten her on that I thought might have sold more, was the next person we're going to talk about, and that's Ms. Britney Spears. Here are my Britney perfumes, and the new one does look similar. It's got the same round packaging, but it's green this time. It is called Jungle Fantasy, and it says that it's going to release in summer of 2023. When I looked this up, I was able to find someone that reviewed this perfume a couple of days ago. He is from Belgium, and his name is Remy. I will link his video down below in case you are curious, review of this already, but it doesn't seem to be available in the US yet. It may just be available in Europe first. It is described as a floral green gourmand with top notes of watermelon blossom, violet leaf, and yuzu, middle notes of gustavia flower, water lily, and gardenia, and base notes of tonka bean, absolute, and cupcake accord. The advertisement for the perfume invites you to unleash your wildest fantasy and embark on an adventure into the unknown, inspired by Britney's vibrant energy and fearless attitude. Honestly, I kind of want them both, but the Beyonce price is kind of freaking me out, especially since I don't even know what it's called or what the bottle looks like, and I don't think I'm gonna spend $180 some on a perfume. It's a lot. It's a lot to spend on one perfume, especially since I switch perfumes so often. I mean, you can tell, like, I end up using a perfume, the same perfume like once a month, if that. So yeah, it's a lot for me, but the Britney perfume is possibly on the table because I'm assuming that's going to be around the $50 price point, which is more where I like to stand on a full-size bottle. But there's one more celebrity fragrance to talk about today, and it is called Easy Like a Sunday Morning. And some of you may already know who released it, just based on the name alone. If you are interested in it, it is available now at HSN. It is Lionel Richie's second scent. It comes in a rollerball for $20, and then the 3.4 ounce bottle is $59. Top notes are fresh strawberry, grapefruit, and almond blossom. Mid notes of jasmine sambuc, white freesia, and water lily, and base notes of patchouli, heart, sugared musks, and sandalwood. They do describe this as a unisex scent, which I think is kind of odd considering the strawberry and the grapefruit, but maybe, who knows? One person hated it and one person said that it didn't last very long. So, but there's just 2 reviews. It literally just came out. So, and I know that his Hello fragrance did super, super well. As you may or may not know, I was away all this past week and I really had to rush to get this ready for you. And there was so much to learn about, and it took me a really long time. So unfortunately for the product report, I ran out of time to do a deep dive into a lot of the products that weren't at Sephora and Ulta, but I do still want to list them for you because I did find them. I just legit ran out of time. And I know I always get comments about how I should have done this, or I should have done that, or I should have gone in this order. I'm doing the best I can, all right? You do it yourself if you don't like the way I do it. All right. So anyway, I do want to list what they are. I just don't have all the details written down. So first we have ColourPop and Naruto. I talked to my son who is a huge Naruto fan. I will show you him in his Naruto costume from Halloween a couple of years ago. Huge Naruto fan. He seems to agree with the fandom over on ColourPop's Instagram that some of the colors seem to really resonate with him, especially the brighter colors, but the natural ones they were kind of like, Phoenix came over, who has a very, base knowledge of Naruto and thought that the whole palette was beautiful. But one thing that John said was that he felt like the names were very applicable. Like once he read the names, they seemed to make a little bit more sense. But overall, he agreed with the commenters that it seemed like the names and the shades were written by somebody that wasn't super invested in the show. I also browsed Trend Mood, so a couple of these photos are going to be from her. We have the Benefit Fan Fest Mascara, the Tarte Key Largo Glow, the Give by Gwen Stefani Blush Duos. These launched last Saturday, so I didn't have all of that. I get all my stuff usually together on Friday and film on Fridays, so I didn't have it all for you last week, but I did want to show them to you this week. I think they're super pretty. Next up, we have a Thrive eyeliner pen. I love the Thrive mascara, so I'm kind of excited for this one. Trixie Cosmetics came out with some cream bronzers that look really cool. Charlotte Tilbury has some beach sticks, and then there is a bunch of people really upset over this Pat McGrath palette. So this is the Pat McGrath Mothership 11 palette. I think it's 11 palette. I'm not good with Roman numerals. It's called Sunlit Seduction, and it's the same natural to pink shades that she's done a bazillion times. And people were losing their minds. They're like, why are we doing this again, Pat? Are you kidding? It's always this, seems to be the same thing. Like, we need Sublime again. Bring some greens, bring some purples, bring some blues. Come on, Pat. We're tired of the pink with the naturals. Anyway, I also saw over on Trend Mood the Drunk Elephant Be Goldie Bright Drops. And then over at Glamlight, so excited for this. I believe it's coming around closer to Halloween time, but this is the Glamlight and Ghostface collection. Oh my gosh, so cool. I will show you another picture of my son in a Halloween costume. This is him as Ghostface when he was about 5, maybe. He had no idea, had never seen Scream, did not know what it is. He just saw it in the store, thought it was cool. So that's what he dressed up like. And he was freaking adorable. He was teeny tiny in this little tiny Ghostface costume. So I have an attachment to Ghostface, not necessarily as much because of Scream, but because of my son being freaking adorable in this costume. Anyway, so excited about that. Next up, the Love's Journey palette in Light and Deep by Sydney Grace. That I believe is launching soon. And then the Kimchi Spacey Nudes palette, super duper freaking adorable over there. Moving over to Sephora, I do have details on these. We have the Makeup Forever Artist Longwear Skin Fusing Powder Blush. This comes in 8 shades, $32 each. They say it's a skin fusing powder blush with buildable pigments that melt into the skin for ultimate versatility and payoff to achieve a soft, flush, or bold look. It is available in both matte and shimmery shades. And then Sephora Favorites Kits. I freaking love these. And if I was looking to try a bunch of brands, these would be wonderful. So this one is the one I was most excited about. This is the Gleamy Dreamy Makeup Set, $49. You get 5 full-size products in this for $49. Absolutely nuts. There's the Lawless Make Me Blush Talc-Free Velvet Blush in Indian Summer, which is a medium tawny rose. The full-size price on that is $29. The Milk Makeup Matte Cream Bronzer Stick and Baked in medium bronze, that's also $24. The Patrick Ta Major Volume Plumping Lip Gloss in 2 cc's, it's a pink, that's full-size price $26. And then the Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm in Vanilla Beige, full-size price is $24. So even if you would have just bought 2 of those at full price, that pays for the entire kit, and you get all of that stuff plus these deluxe size samples essentially for free. So the deluxe size samples you get are the ABH Brow Freeze Extreme Hold Laminated Look Sculpting Wax, and then the Glow Recipe Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrop Serum, the Rare Beauty Always and Optimus 4-in-1 Mist, and the Ilia Limitless Lash Lengthening Clean Mascara in After Midnight, which is a black. That set looks freaking phenomenal. One that I think people are going to, you have to manage your expectations on this because it is a luxury set. So you're going to only get minis. The sizes are not going to be the same as the other kit because the full sizes are so much more expensive. So this is the Mini Luxe Vibes Beauty Set. Same price, $49, but they're all minis and deluxe sizes. We have the Tom Ford Lip Color in Casablanca, which is a deep pink mauve. Pat McGrath's Labs Fetish Eyes Mascara in Extreme Black. The La Mer Creme de la Mer, Dr. Barbara Sturm's The Better Be Niacinamide Serum, Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder, Kerastase Elixir Ultimate Hydrating Hair Oil Serum, and the YSL Rouge Percateur Lipstick in 01 Le Rouge Blood Red. And of course, the reviews on this, already people are just really upset about the sizes and how it wasn't worth $49, but they're luxury items, so that's why they give you such smaller sizes. So you just have to manage your expectations when it comes to that kit. Now, Now, the last kit that they have is the Give Me Some Lip set, which always does super well over at Sephora. Right now, as of filming, the lip kit seems to be sold out on their website, but I've seen those pop on and off, in stock, out of stock, when those things first launch. So it may pop back in stock if you sign up for emails. They'll email you, hopefully, before it sells out again, if it does come back in stock. But really, where I suggest looking for this is in your local Sephora store, because that's where I've found them the most easily. Anyway, let's tell you what it is so you even know whether you're interested in it or not. So this is $35, and it does contain 4 full-size products and 2 deluxe sizes. The full sizes are the One Size by Patrick Starr Lip Snatcher Waterproof Precision Lip Liner in Out of Line, which is a soft matte mauve, Laneige Lip Glowy Balm in Berry, the Charlotte Tilbury Matte Revolution Lipstick in Pillow Talk Medium, which is a warm berry. Then we have Tower 28 Beauty's Shine On Lip Jelly Non-Sticky Gloss in Sesame, which is a semi-sheer milky mauve. Beyond that, the 2 deluxe sizes are the NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment in Dragon Girl, which is a candy apple red, and Givenchy's Rose Perfecto Lip Balm 24-hour hydration in 001 Pink Irresistible, which is a pH adjusting transparent pink. And just one more thing at Sephora, it is coming soon. It is the skincare brand INNBeauty Project's Bronze Face Glaze Gel Cream with Squalane, Ceramides, and Hyaluronic Acid. It is $25. They say it's a weightless, non-greasy formula that delivers long-term visible skincare benefits with a soft, focused skin, sun-kissed bronze glow. It does come in one universal shade. Now, moving over to Ulta, not a lot going on over there. We have 3 new beauty tools from Ulta Beauty. They're newish blending sponges. The first one is the Flocked Makeup Blending Sponge, $4.99. I believe Juno was the first brand that I saw that makes these. So the deal with them is that they're supposed to be used for powder, and they're supposed to be used dry. So you can use them in a pressed powder or a loose powder, and you just pat it on in whatever space. So it's like for baking and stuff. Then there is the 50% plant-based makeup blending sponge for $5.99. It can be used wet or dry. For wet, it's going to be more dewy look. Dry is going to be a more matte look. It is made with 50% plant-based materials. And then this one, I really feel like I've seen this in the store before. Ulta's being really weird about saying things that are new that are clearly not new. So I don't know. I'll mention it just in case. This is the dual density makeup blending sponge. It's also $5.99. The density differs in each side, and then one side is more precise and angled, and then one side is more smoothed and domed. And again, you can use this either wet or dry. And then the only other thing I saw that was new over at Ulta was the Mented Full-Time Brightening Concealer in 8 shades, $18. They say it's a full coverage, lightweight concealer available in various flexible shades. It brightens the under eye, conceals blemishes, and can also be used as a contour. And it looks like they also, I thought these existed already too. The Color Intense Eyeshadow Sticks by Mented, 4 shades, $20 each. They say it's highly pigmented shadow stick that provides long-wearing, waterproof wear in one swipe. All right, my friend, PR or purchased product of the week. So I tried out the new ColourPop blushes. This is the shade Whole Mood that I used today. And honestly, I had trouble getting it to show up on my skin. Like a lot of trouble. In full swatch, I felt like it, it's definitely there. But as soon as you start blending it, it's really hard to get it to show up. Like I put on a shit ton of blush today. And you can hardly see it. It is very much a cream to powder formula, which I think might be why I'm having trouble getting it to build, because it just kind of disappears into kind of a powder. And it's like, what is even happening? ColourPop did send this to me in PR, and this is a first impression, and I've only tried this one shade, but so far I'm super not impressed with this formula. Maybe if you're very, very fair, this shade might work on you. I mean, I guess you can kind of see it. You have to tell me whether you can see it or not, because I can't really see it. And then I reached into this. This was sent to me by Alter Ego. This is the Midsummer palette. I believe it is, looks very, very similar to an ABH eyeshadow palette. And I really love their formula over at Alter Ego. They do a fantastic job. Let me swatch a couple of them for you that I have on my eyes today. We'll do a few mattes. We'll do a few shimmers. Okay. I did 3 shimmers and a matte. Oh well. All right, here we go. Let's boop, boop. I mean, the swatches on these, they are like on point, just really, really pretty. And that's how they apply to the eye as well. Just very easy to work with, exactly what I want an eyeshadow palette to do. And they're very, very inexpensive compared to similar looking palettes. Let's just say that. Wet n Wild was also kind enough to send over their Alice in Wonderland collection. And I did use today their lip and cheek color in this way. It looked really patchy on my lips. I didn't really enjoy the way that it looked, so I ended up topping it with a little bit of one of the eyeshadows. So that's kind of what the lip color looks like, and it just looked, I don't know, it just didn't look great. It didn't feel great. I ended up putting a random gloss on top and then topped it with a little bit of this shade Solstice from the Midsummer palette from Alter Ego, and that's how I got my lips today. Oh, and then I also put a little bit of this shade on my lips as well in the center to kind of give it a little bit of a shiny pop. And then on my lashes today, I had so much fun with this. This is a more of a positive experience with the Alice in Wonderland collection. This is their glitter mascara. This is so fun. It went on really chunky. So I would suggest keeping this away from your actual eyes because there is chunky glitter in it. And I just swiped this on my fake lashes and it was so fun. Like, this is so festival ready. It really is. It's such a beautiful, fun product. And I don't know if it's been distracting this whole time, but I think it looks absolutely gorgeous in person. And then finally, also set in PR, I gave this another shot. This is the Too Faced Moon Crush highlighter that's brand new. That's my highlight today. I just put it on really, really lightly, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. Notable sales this week, we have 30% off select items over at Juvia's Place. Sigma's semi-annual sale is going on. You can customize your own brush set, pick 6 brushes, and save 50% as well as up to 75% off site-wide. Then we have the members only sale over at Lancome, 30% off site-wide when you just sign in with your account. Summer sale over at Armani, up to 40% off using code SUNNY. And then Sydney Grace's Christmas in July sale is starting on July 24th and ends on August 1st. You're going to go over to their Instagram or their website for all the full details on that. And that, my friends, was What's Up in Makeup this week. Thank you so, so much for watching, and thank you as always to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook hunters. Their names are scrolling below me. Thank you so much for all of your help this week, especially with the sales. They are usually the ones that grab most of the sales for me. So thank you so much, and also some of the products. I appreciate you oh so very much. Our chat today is going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern time. Hopefully you can come and join us. If you can't, it is no problem at all. Very easy to find on the replay in your subscription feed. It should just pop up right there. If you're not subscribed, you're going to go to my channel page, click on my videos, and then click on the live tab. That is where all of my live streams are housed. Or you can click below to the What's Up in Makeup live chat podcast, where we have all of the episodes from this year so far of our live chat. I do want to mention that next week there will be no videos on this channel because we are going to go celebrate my son's 12th birthday at the beach, and we are going to have some good solid family time, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So no What's Up in Makeup or a Friday video next week, but I do plan to have a live chat on Sunday, so hopefully I will see you there. Thank you again so much for watching What's Up in Makeup. If you enjoyed it, please hit the thumbs up button. It helps me out so much. And if you would like to hang out just a little bit longer, YouTube should be recommending a couple videos for you right over here to watch, including last week's episode of What's Up in Makeup that should be right there. And then over here, YouTube's going to pick one based on your viewing history. But if you do need to go, it is absolutely no problem at all. Thank you for hanging out as long as you did. And mad love to you, and I will see you in a video very, very soon. Bye!